for endorsements, and I'm really proud of that. But this is new. We've never had a debate stage where somebody put this artificial barrier. If we had it in the past, we wouldn't have seen campaigns shape up, because we know the polls have never predicted from the Democratic Party in our lifetime who would go on to the White House. In fact, everybody who's gone on to the White House from our party in our lifetime has always been way behind in the polls at this point, around 1% for Jimmy Carter, around 4% for Bill Clinton. In fact, Barack Obama at this point was about 20 points behind Hillary Clinton. So the polls have not been predictive, and my campaign is looking a lot like our John Kerry campaign, who was polling in the low single digits, but had such a great ground operation in Iowa and New Hampshire and those early primary states that as soon as the voting started, they went from polling sixth to finishing at the top. And that's what we plan on doing, especially for those people who want my voice in this race, if we continue to see the kind of grassroots online contributions to my campaign. Well, thank you for being a voice for my mom. My mom lives there in Las Vegas, and I appreciate you providing the great news for her and others in your community. I hope so. Thank you so much. Who is the angel that just brought me more water? All right. Thank you.
Great. Hey there, sir. How are you?
I'm doing really well. Thank you.
Great. It sounds like you've been having a marathon here. So, Senator Booker, thank you so much for joining us. I know that we don't have a lot of time, so I thought we'd get to the news of the day first. Obviously, the Democrats in the House moving forward 2 articles of impeachment. Near certainty now that's going to be heading to your chamber in the Senate. Let me just ask you, do you think there's any chance of a conviction in the Senate with a Republican majority?
Well, it's unfortunate you hear Republicans already digging their heels in and lining in lockstep behind the President of the United States. I'm hoping that folks will objectively view the evidence and, first of all, be able to speak in a full-throated condemnation of these actions. Whether you think they're impeachable or not, it's just wrong for the President of the United States to hold hostage taxpayer dollars that were voted on in a bipartisan manner from another country in exchange and trying to hope to extort personal political support. That's just wrong. And I hope that we are a Congress that does our job and provides accountability, because no president is above the law. And so we have a trial coming up in the Senate. I'm hoping that when we swear a new oath, all senators will swear an oath to be objective. I'm hoping that we see people put patriotism before politics and are willing to do the right thing. This should be a time where we see profiles encouraged, not just folks falling into their partisan lanes.
And sir, you're not only in the Senate, you're also running for president. What does this do for people like you who will not be in Iowa? You're going to be right here in D.C. Does it hurt you?
You know, it's frustrating, but I don't care. I'm going to do my job. I swore an oath to do that. You know, where our campaign is seeing a surge right now in these latter weeks, we're setting records online contributions. We're rising quickly in net favorabilities in the state, and actually now lead in endorsements in Iowa and New Hampshire from local leaders. So we're seeing so many signs that our campaign, like others who won the nomination from Kerry to Obama, starting to surge. But I will be pulled off the field to do my job, which is going to mean that we have to figure out other ways to campaign on the ground. So we'll figure this out. I still remain optimistic about our chances and prospects in Iowa.
And do you have concerns about the lack of diversity on the debate stage? I know we've heard you speaking about this before.
Yeah, look, we have debate criteria that is really selects for people that have tens of millions of dollars of personal wealth. And at a time the Democratic Party has been willing to decry the influence of money in politics, we actually designed a system that actually benefits money in politics. And so it's unfortunate, and this seems to be us leading right now. The only people who have qualified for the debate stage lack a lot of diversity, and again are benefited from people from their personal wealth. So at the end of the day, I'm going to continue forward, and we have a tremendous amount of folks that are just saying this is wrong. Even people in the media have been decrying it and taking away choices or at least exposure from Iowa and New Hampshire voters. So We're confident that this recent surge of people saying enough is enough, that's wrong, and going to my website, corybooker.com, and contributing, that's actually going to give us a lot of the resources we need to, number one, make the January debate stage if we miss it in December, but even more so to elevate my voice in this election and make up for my lack of billions of dollars.
All right, Senator Booker, thank you so much for taking the time to speak with us.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Senator Booker speaking with us right there. We talked about a few of the issues, including the news of the day, that the House Democrats are moving forward with articles of impeachment. We also talked to him a little bit about the debate stage and the lack of diversity once he does leave, if he's not on that debate stage. So that was a few of the things we talked about. We would have loved to speak about a little more. We were on a tight window, though, because he's on a marathon talking with stations all over the country. So those are the three questions we got. Hopefully we'll get a chance to ask you a few more. Okay, thank you.